Hi, everyone. We are here to honor and remember those we have lost in the past year. We at Arcy Hospice consider it a privilege to care for people at the end of life. We meet them at a tough, vulnerable time, and along the way, we get to hear their story. We get to know their family. And when they pass, it's sad. It's a loss for us, too. Over the next few minutes, we'll reflect on life and loss and love through poems and hymns. Your loved one was a special person who brought light into your life, and we were blessed by knowing them too. Their spirit and the love they shared continue to live on. Please know that you are not alone in your grief. Even though we are apart in this virtual space, we are together in our precious memories of those we've lost.
Hi, my name is Sherry Hanneman, and I've been a volunteer at Arcy for the past 17 years. I also lost my dad this year, and this poem, The Tide Rises, the Tide Falls, reminds me that through darkness there is also light, and just like the sea, your life is going to ebb and flow. The tide rises, the tide falls, the twilight darkens, the curlew calls. Along the sea sands damp and brown, the traveler hastens toward the town, and the tide rises, the tide falls. Darkness settles on roofs and walls, but the sea in the darkness calls. The little waves with their soft white hands efface the footprints in the sands, and the tide rises, the tide falls. The morning breaks, the steed in their stalls stamp and neigh as the hostler calls. The day returns, but never more, returns the traveler to the shore, and the tide rises, the tide falls.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I'm a social worker here at Arcy Hospice. I have the distinct pleasure of being a hospice social worker, a job that many people think is really, really hard and really, really sad. And yeah, some days it's hard and some days it's sad. But I also get the privilege of hearing so many different stories. People tell me, "Oh, I don't there's nothing interesting about me. I don't have a story." Everybody has a story. And I get the honor and privilege of hearing so many of those stories at the end of someone's life. And I am so grateful that I get to be just a small part of their journey. And so I picked this poem, The Road Not Taken, by Robert Frost, to read because the poem reflects that feeling that I get when I am listening to someone's story. I never know what I'm going to get, and I never know what's going to happen. And it's never the same story twice. So I think that's really, really beautiful. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. And then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
My name is Maddie. I'm one of the social workers here. I was blessed with the opportunity to start my journey as a hospice social worker about a year ago. And looking back on the last year and reflecting on the people that I've met and the moments I've gotten to have and the lessons that I've learned fills me with so many feelings of gratitude and love, but also grief and heartache and longing. We are incredibly blessed as hospice team members to meet all of you and walk alongside you in these moments. We appreciate you opening your hearts and your arms for us to enter and join your circle and get to meet your loved ones. I think back to all the amazing people that I've met, from pilots and flight attendants to architects and engineers, nurses, doctors, lawyers. I could go on and on and on. Everyone is just so incredible. Every story is so unique, and hearing the trials and the tribulations that have led each person to the moment that I get to meet them is just incredible. And I am so blessed to get to know each and every one of you and your loved ones and serve you. I will be reading a poem, Epitaph, by Merritt Malloy. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give to them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you with something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not on your mind. You can love me most by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Grief exists because love exists. And all of us that have been able to meet you and walk with you in these moments are filled with immense love for all of you and hope to carry on your loved ones through letting them live in our eyes and not on our mind. The experiences we've had will carry us on as we go on to impact more patients and families. We're incredibly grateful for all of you and appreciate you coming together right now to think back on all the amazing people that have physically left us in the last year, but have not left our love. Our love will continue for all of you and for all of them.
Hello, dear friends. This is Scott Kahn, a chaplain with Arcy Hospice. In this past year, I have been deeply moved by the moments of connection with those that we have lost, and with you, the family and friends that have stood by their side. I'm deeply touched by the love of God that guides us through this journey of letting go of this life and embracing the next. I think Psalm 23 portrays a beautiful imagery of God's loving guidance on this journey. I'd like to share that with you now. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you, O God, are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. God bless you. May you find his loving guidance as you journey with him today.
Hello, my name is Donna Sutton, and I'm one of the chaplains with Arcy Hospice. Amazing Grace has been an important song for me for my entire ministry. It has been a song that has inspired me, and I once had a t-shirt that said, "I am the wretch that the song talks about." And I really love wearing it because it reminds me that God is always working on me. One of the things I really love about Amazing Grace is sharing this song with my patients and my families. It seemed like no matter what the patient or family is facing, no matter how the day is gone, no matter where their memory is, when this song starts, when these words are sung, it seems like a connection is instantly made. A connection not only with each other, but a connection with God. And for that one moment, it's like we're all caught up singing with the Holy Spirit. And we're singing and praises and remembering that God's grace is ours, a grace that we don't deserve and we don't earn, but is freely given and freely wrapped around our shoulders to help us through our most difficult moment. This song means so much to me and means so much to so many people, because it doesn't matter where we are, what we're doing. When we hear the song, we can't help but sing along. And today I'm going to read the words of this hymn. It's so powerful that I want you to hear the theology today. I want you to hear what it has to say to us. I hope that when you need God the most, you know that you can start singing this song and you will feel the support. And when you're missing your loved one, you will hear them humming or singing this song along with you. And I hope that these words bring you comfort. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. The Lord hath promised good to me, his word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. I know you heard those words and you just wanted to sing along, so maybe that's what we should do. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. Such powerful words. Words that bring God's presence right here with us. The prayers, scriptures, and songs that we've just shared have been meaningful for me because I'm also grieving the loss of someone that is important to me. So know that this may have been difficult to watch, or perhaps it was healing for you. Know that some days are easier and other days are going to be harder. Know that I'm not going through this alone, but with others. And we all know how each other feels. And we hope that these words continue to bring peace, hope, and love. And it brings God with us. We hope that this time together brings healing and strength to remind you that it is okay to be sad and to celebrate at the same time. We are so happy that you shared this time with us to remember, to celebrate, and to honor your loved one. May the memory of your loved one bring you warmth and remind you of the joy you shared with them. Thank you for being present with us today as we remember those amazing people that we have lost over this past year. They are gone, but not forgotten. If you feel like you need to talk to someone, please feel free to reach out to the Arcy Hospice office and let us walk this journey with you. Let us bring you resources to help you. We're here for you. We've walked this journey with you, and we want you to know you're not alone. Thanks be to God.